Cartier is currently one of the hottest brands in the watch world. And if you're traveling to Tokyo, particularly if you're with your partner, you might be tempted to pick up one. But where should you go? This is your guide on where to buy Cartier in Tokyo. Ask a woman about her dream watch, and Cartier will probably be the answer. And for very good reasons. Their watches are elegant, timeless, and iconic. You have all the different tanks, the Santos, the Panthère, and many more. And these days, thanks to the return of smaller watches, they're also really popular among men. So whether you're looking for a Cartier for yourself or your partner, Tokyo is a great place to get one. Why, you ask? I could tell you about prices and exchange rates, but what really sets Tokyo apart is the availability. In Tokyo, you will find many welcoming stores that will let you shop around their impressive collections and try on whatever you want without judgment or hurry. You don't need to know people to get in, no snobbery, no gatekeeping. We're going to see some incredible pieces today, from simple new vintage models to some of the rarest Cartiers ever made. I'm sure we will find something you like, so let's go. These are all the watch shops in Tokyo you need to visit if you like Cartier. Few places in Tokyo have as good of a Cartier collection, both vintage and modern, as Betty Road. You need to visit this store. Betty Road in Nakano Broadway is the ladies section of Jackroad Betty, the most famous watch shop in Japan. They sell a bit of everything, from rare vintage Rolex to modern Grand Seikos, and they have some of the best Cartiers in Tokyo. First up, these new vintage Santos models. They're a bit smaller than modern pieces, but I honestly like them better. This is an automatic Santo Carré ghost dial from the 1990s. The Carré is the model that Cartier used to relaunch the Santos line back in the 70s. This specific version features a plain grey dial with no markings. It has a very squared-off design that gives it its name. Next is a newer Santos Galbe from the early 2000s, also with an automatic movement. It is much more elegant and polished, with a curved case that hugs the wrist very comfortably and with a subtle guilloche dial that I really like. For the ladies, they have tons of Panthères. These are really popular, particularly the yellow gold ones, but they're quite expensive. They also have a lot of other fun, unique pieces that are quite special. I personally like this simple modern quartz Noir Mini with a plain black dial. It is really classy in my opinion. On the rarer side, we have a quartz yellow gold Tank Basculant from the 2000s. This model is kind of like the Cartier Reverso with a vertical hinging mechanism. It features a diamond frame on the backside that you can potentially engrave. I personally prefer the stainless steel version of this watch, but for people who prefer gold, this is a good find. Jackroad Betty is truly an incredible watch store, and you definitely should start your Cartier watch hunt right here. Located on the second floor of Ginza Fire, we have Antiqurious. This little store is really good for dress watches, and it really shines for its Cartier collection. You will find three main sections for Cartier. The first is mostly for Mas de Cartier, a more affordable sub-brand that was originally created to promote a perfume. Now, Cartier purists don't really consider it real Cartier, and the finishing is definitely a step down from the main line. But many people simply don't care. They just want that iconic Cartier tank design at a lower price point. This one was my favorite, a 1980s gold-plated sterling silver mast with a manual movement and a deep red dial. It is really eye-catching. Next to it, you will find entry-level Cartier. Most of these are from the 80s and 90s. There are a lot of fun pieces from this period, and the one that always catches my attention is this Cartier Santos Galbe from the late 90s. I love the Galbe. It was launched in the late 80s as a smoother, more polished version of the original Santos Carré. Its warm grey dial with applied gold Roman numerals works amazingly well with a mixed metal design, so underrated. And up at the front, they have their rare models. These are mostly pieces that were produced in smaller quantities at higher quality, which naturally commands higher prices. They had a few Basculant pieces, one of my favorite Cartiers ever. It is similar to the GLC Reverso with the case flipping vertically instead of horizontally. This is a manual wind version in stainless steel from the early 2000s. I would really like to own one someday. Antiqurious is a phenomenal store that most people don't even know about. Make sure to check it out for Cartier and dress watches in general. Although not a Cartier specialist, Ishida Best has always a great selection. So let's see what they got today. This is one of the most reliable watch stores in Tokyo, and it is right in the heart of Shinjuku, so you can't miss it. Their collection is incredibly curated, offering almost every brand at pretty fair prices. This display on the side is where they keep some of their rarer Cartiers, including many beautiful tanks. But the one piece that always catches my attention is this yellow gold quartz Panthère from the 90s. Yellow gold Panthères are probably the most desired ladies' watch in the world right now, and this one is extra special with a stunning malachite dial. I think the yellow, gold and green combination works so well. As you can imagine, it is quite expensive, but wow. In the middle of the store, they have a Cartier cabinet with their more modern lineup. This is a 2025 manual Cartier Santos Dumont with a black lacquer dial and case. It's really stealthy and well executed. I really like how the silver applied Roman numerals shine against the black lacquer dial. They also add this early 2000 quartz basculant with a grey dial, one of the most affordable tank basculant you can buy. You already know I love this model with its rotating case. The white dial ones we have already seen might be more timeless, but I really like this one as well. If you don't mind the quartz movements, this might be a great option. You will definitely pass through Shinjuku at some point on your trip, so make sure to check out Ishida Best. You will not regret it. Next on your list, another place filled with rare Cartier, Timeanagram in Ibiza. This is one of the most exclusive dealers in the world. They do not allow filming inside, but today I've been granted special permission to show you this. This might be heaven for watch collectors. There are some really unique and extravagant Cartiers. I love this Tank Allongé from the 80s. This is quite small and typically a lady's watch. It has an 18K yellow gold case encrusted with yellow diamonds. Gaudy, but really cool. It is also powered by a manual GSC caliber 845. Great piece. This is also interesting. It is a quartz Colisée from the 90s with a diamond case. Not as rare or coveted as the others, but a little bit more affordable and with a ton of character still. On the more traditional side for the boys, we have an 18K yellow gold Santos Dumont extra flat from the 70s. This watch is pure class. It was one of the first Santos models made after the relaunch, and it is only 6.4mm thick. Beautiful. And lastly, this is a crazy piece. This is a quartz 1980s Tank Obus with a full 18K yellow gold case and bracelet. It has diamonds on both the dial and the outer links of the bracelet. Its most insane feature, though, is the carved Roman numerals on the bezel that are filled with vivid blue enamel. You don't see this every day. Timeanagram might not be cheap, but if you want to find some of the most insane Cartiers ever made, make an appointment ahead of time and be ready to be amazed. Next is EW in Shibuya, one of the best stores in all of Tokyo and in the whole world for rare Cartier. Their main store is split into two sections. Upstairs, you will find their more accessible Cartier models, as well as other underrated vintage pieces from brands like Piaget and GLC. But downstairs is where they keep the really good stuff, incredible Pateks, APs, Vacheron, and obviously, museum-grade Cartier. This entire display is filled with rare collectible tanks from different eras. First is 18K yellow gold Tank Louis Large from the 1960s, a special model made for the Paris boutique. It is an extra flat, meaning it is thinner than standard tanks, which makes it look even better on the wrist. It is powered by a manual GLC 838 caliber, one of the best movements used by Cartier. It is truly one of the most timeless tanks ever made. Next is something a bit more feminine, but still incredibly impressive. A neo-vintage Tank Louis from the 1990s with a flashy diamond-set yellow gold case and quartz movement. It comes on an original matching 18K yellow gold bracelet, which is just beautiful. I also really love the applied Cartier logo on the dial. Intense, but stunning. However, this might be the coolest one of them all. This is a special manual tank made specifically for the New York boutique in the 1970s. It features a large 18K yellow gold case with a very rare step bezel design. It has a much more masculine and architectural presence for a vintage Cartier, yet it remains the absolute epitome of elegance. By the way, you should know that ECW has recently opened a second store in Shibuya Parco, one of the biggest department stores in Shibuya. Here, you will be able to find some of their more affordable pieces, like vintage Omega, Tudor, entry-level Rolex, and a selection of Master Cartier tanks. It These more affordable pieces are a good option if you want the classic tank design, but don't want to spend traditional Cartier money. Overall, I would say ECW, also known as Eguchi, is the best place for Cartier tanks in Tokyo, maybe the world. So if that's what you're looking for, you need to visit. There are a few more spots you should know about, like Zero in Shinjuku, right next to the station. This little store is located on the first floor of the Lumine shopping mall, and it specializes in Cartiers for ladies. Panthers, Santos, octagons, modern tanks, and a lot of masks. It is the perfect place to get your first Cartier, but if you're not ready for one yet, don't worry. They also have an ongoing collaboration with Seiko for these special tank-style models that are really well designed and well made for the price. Last time I was here, I bought one for my girlfriend, and she absolutely loves it. And next, one of my favorite hidden spots, Kurofune in Akasaka. Many people don't know this place, but it's truly a hidden gem. Let's check it out. This amazing store is currently closed for renovation, but it will reopen soon. On the wall at the very back of the store, you will find their Cartiers. They have lots of interesting options, ranging from modern steel models like this Cartier Tank Français, to understated gold vintage pieces like this elegant Ceinture and this sleek Riviera. Honestly, Kurofune is an amazing store. Every time I come, I'm amazed by what I find. It's a little bit out of the way, but if you have the time, you definitely should go. So these are the best places where to find Cartier in Tokyo. I try to give you quite a few options, going from affordable to rare. If you enjoyed the video, remember to leave a like and subscribe for more Tokyo Watch-ons and guides.